How to build wealth quickly. So everybody wants this magic pill and pixie dust. And I always say I don't have a magic wand, and I'm pixie dust, but I can't help you build wealth quickly. In fact, if you that were really motivated and did everything I said, you'd be able to make money by the end of one day. But you have to do everything I say the way that I say it. So let's talk about a few things. Is number one, I want to unlock the misconceptions about debt. And how do you use debt to make money? How do you use debt for money? How do you use debt to actually grow? Second thing are, what are the innovative strategies to actually build wealth quickly, right? Well, how can you make money today? And then go from today to some of the biggest business owners that I know that have had long-term sustainable wealth. Like investors have long-term sustainable wealth. What do they do so differently in their innovative strategies? Last thing I want to talk about is the eighth wonder of the world, the compounding power of money, right? What is the exponential growth when you actually start compounding? And get a compounding calculator, because we're going to do a little homework on that one. So first of all, let's unlock the misconceptions about debt. So debt is just the cost of money. Write that down. I scream it from the rooftops. Debt is the cost of money. That's it. It is not bad. It is actually really good if you understand it. So you've been taught it's been bad because most people have not been taught money. So they just been, fear-based around, oh my gosh, I'm going into credit card debt. Oh my gosh, I can't pay for that. You can buy anything you want. You just have to learn to make the money to have what you want. And you have to manage debt appropriately. So when you can get 0% credit cards, that's free. Now you take 0% credit cards that you can get, say 100, 150,000. Let's just say you can qualify for that. Or you can go to a hard money lender and get 100, 150,000 and pay a hard money lender 12, 14, 15, 17% plus points. So do you want free money that looks like credit card debt? Or do you want to pay a hard money lender because there's all this like fees and structure inside of it? I don't think either one is more secure. I take this free money. It's cheap. It's free. Zero. If you can get 1, 2, 3% money, that's great money. And during like the beginning of COVID, you could get the cheapest money. Now interest rates are up. So you're in the 6, 7, 8, 9. So you say, where do I get that cheap money? Alternative lenders, alternative sources, right? So the healthiest live in the alternatives. The wealthiest live in the alternatives. We don't do the normal stuff that you see all over the internet, all over the bathroom wall. We actually use debt as a strategy. So if I can get debt, I don't care if it's $100, $500,000, $1 million, and it's sub 5, I can get 3%, 4% money. Let's just say 3% of $1 million. You say, oh my God, but then I'm $1 million in debt. Yeah, but if I can invest it for 15%, I'm making 12% spread. So it's costing me nothing. So to make 12% on $1 million, I'm making 120,000 printed new money by being $1 million in debt. Now, the problem for most of you is you don't know how to invest. You don't know what to do with money. You don't have patience or enough knowledge base and emotional intelligence to not spend it improperly. So you have to invest it. It's got to be for the compounding growth we'll talk about in a little bit. But good debt arbitrage will help you grow. Just recently, I had a client, for example, as a huge mistake. They had a 2-point-something% car loan. Right. And she'd made a bunch of money and she's like so proud of herself and called me and said, oh my gosh, I was just able to pay off my car. Call it 37,000 on it. It was like something like that. I'm like, why did you pay off 37,000 to a car that has cheap money? That's cheap. Well, now I'm debt free. I said, I know, but do some math. If you would have took 37,000 and just say for easy math, you made 10%. Now you made 3,700. Divide that by 12. That's a little over $300 cash flow per month. So why don't you keep your principal, compound and grow it, and live on the interest that you get paid on how you invest. So using good debt does require some darn good investing education, which I love to teach. Income and education, lower tax education, investment education, how to use a team. There's experts that know how to do this. So why you are out there as an engineer, a nurse, a doctor, the military, firefighter, whatever you do, you're an expert at that. You're not an expert in doing your own taxes. You're not an expert at any of this kind of stuff. You're not an expert in debt. You need to get a money mentor, a business mentor to help you grow and understand this, because it's a complete formula and it's not difficult. It's just very different than you've been taught. And carrying debt takes some patience. It takes some different capacity of learning and understanding it's okay to carry cheap debt because you're going to arbitrage it. Okay, so that's kind of number one. And so how do you grow wealth quickly? You use debt properly. Next thing you can do is you have innovative strategies to grow more income. How do you grow more cash, right? You just need to generate more income. So I don't care if you have a big job. I don't care if you have a business making 100, 200, 300. You need more cash. Cash solves all problems. So if you can go from making 100 to 300, 300 to 600, all that extra money, in my opinion, should be invested. So now you're investing for even better returns. And all of that's going to compound year after year after year. The rule of 72 means you can double your money in 7 years. I know I can get it down between 3 and 5 years, which is why I promise a 3 to 5 year millionaire, because you're going to add extra income. There are many of you, I say the majority of the clients who come to us have one of 3 problems. They need more money. And a lot of you, that's just what your whole sequence is. You need to just go generate more income in businesses that you own or start or work for or affiliate to, right? Not another job. I'm not talking about another job. I'm talking about just more income through businesses and corporate structure. The other thing they come is they want less taxes. And the other is they want better investment education so they can make better choices. Those are usually one of the 3 reasons why people come. And most people come in the I need more money category. So let's make more money. How do you make more money? You got to have a huge problem you're solving. What problem do you solve? I solve a huge problem for the world. I help people become a millionaire, at least 100,000. I help you understand money at a level that most people have never been taught or even understand. It's a huge problem. It's a lifelong problem. I'll teach this to the day I walk off the planet and maybe only affected a small portion of the planet. What's the problem you're solving? Are you getting people healthier? Are you doing better digital marketing? Are you doing better copy? What are you good at? What's the problem you're solving? Then you use social media to generate marketing, which is a lead, somebody interested in you. You put that lead in a database and then you start really working it through a funnel of offers and making money. So it's what's the problem? What's the offer that you're going to have to solve the problem? And how much is it going to cost? Being an entrepreneur is solving problems. If you think about it at the highest level, and it's brokering other people, it's not doing the work. I'm leading it, not doing it. So first, let's generate more income. What are your skills? What can you do easy and quick right now, today? What could you do to make money today? And all of you have this, a brilliant brain that has a lot of expertise. So you could teach people whatever you know about that they need to learn about. Now, is that a long-term, like great business model to trade your time for money? No, but it's a start. And that's where a lot of you are not educated properly. You just need to start. You don't understand. Most people do not understand or been taught marketing, sales, or cash flow. My son just graduated with 2 bachelors, finance and accounting, and a master's in accounting. Was never taught anything that I teach, right? School's teaching you how to become an employee, how to have letters behind your name. Perfect. I went there too. I got a master's degree. My son got one. My daughter's planning on getting one, right? Not for any other reason than being a better entrepreneur, a way better entrepreneur, because that's where the money is really playing for an unlimited upside. Because as an entrepreneur, you can grow your company 5 figures, 6 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, and invest it for compounding power. That's how you grow your wealth quickly, is you got to generate more income and you got to get the income into assets, meaning working for you. Now, before I go to the last strategy to talk about that and exponential growth, I want you to subscribe to my channel. I'm here 5 days a week. It's family friendly. There's a whole bunch of gifts I give you in the description. So look there's a journal that we built just for YouTube. There's some free tickets to my Millionaire Intensive. You can grab those. There's just a lot of great stuff in the description. So go grab that, have it with you. And please, share my channel with 5, 10 other people. I want you here learning the concepts of money. I can tell when you're here and then you get on and ask Loral with me, or you get on a call and you come live and talk to me. I can tell whether you've read my books or not by your questions, because you either are asking really, really, really interesting questions. I'm not going to call them ignorant, but you clearly haven't read any of the work. You don't know what sequencing is. You need to know what a gap analysis is. You need to know what arbitrage. You need to know a new language called money. And I'm going to teach it to you, which means read all 6 books and share with a lot of people, because who you hang out with influences you more than anything. So if you're on a path to go make some more money, like I just described, and you're people around you like, yeah, but why don't you just go get another job? You're like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm living this other life. So a lot of you, your money behaviors are inherited. The last thing that I really want you to share with you, quick wealth growth, how do investors do it? How do you do it from nothing? Is the compounding power of money. Einstein said it's the 8th wonder of the world. So if you took out a compounding calculator, right, just grabbed a calculator off the internet and just plugged in some numbers. So say you could start with 10,000 down. You put 10,000 in an account and you figured out how to invest it at, call it 12%. And then you added $200 a month to it for 10 years, and then hit a calculator. Like, what does that compound to? What does your 10,000 become if you added 200 a month at 12% for 10 years? What does that add up to? right? Becoming a millionaire is not difficult. It's different, and it compounds extremely fast. So how do you become wealthy quickly? You make money and invest it with compounding power and an ability to get in, get out, move quickly. So you're doing like 12-month, 18-month, 36-month investments. You're flipping properties. You're adding cash. Some of the cash goes away. You also have sellout strategies. So I know people in crypto who are doing amazingly well because they bought, like I bought at 4 and 9,000. It's now in the 70s. I think I'm even one that topped up to 80 this last week. And so you do a sell-off strategy of 1%. So you put money and profits in your pocket and you buy back in when it drops back down. And you have strategies to buy and sell and continue to compound. The other part is just make more money. Offer more solutions to more people. And if you're starting from nothing, I can tell you I am the greatest bootstrapper in the world. I've started most of my companies that have made millions of dollars from nothing, from right here, right? All of these books are my brains on paper, right? And you all have brains, so put it on paper. Start putting your content out to the world and then charge for what your service is that you're actually providing a solution for them. So it's not difficult, it's different. But I want you committed, I want you addicted to this compounding calculator. I want you to stop spending your money on a bunch of stuff. That is the biggest problem with most of your behavior. I finally cracked the code and you can make some money. You buy a new car, you buy a big screen TV, you buy some new jewelry, you buy more shoes, you buy a bunch of stuff, you go somewhere on a huge vacation instead of a business trip. I got to teach you how to make it, spend it, which we call forecasting, and then invest it. You put that compounding power together, it becomes a machine of pattern of money that most of you didn't know was this easy to do. So you can make it from nothing, you can grow faster as an investor, and most people that are super wealthy, I can say this, or super wealthy, I'm talking millionaire plus wealthy, they have their own companies, right? They have their own companies, they have their own brands, they make corporate money, they hold it in trust, and they compound their businesses. The bigger problem for a lot of you, and I'll speak to a lot of my health technology clients, because a lot of you spend way too much money on your IP, your patents, and putting money back into your company versus pulling some of those profits off and go buy real estate, aviation, water rights, gas and oil. You got to keep the machine moving. You can't just invest in one asset. Biggest mistake I see business owners that don't quite make it. So I have a lot to share. Again, be on my channel every day. Get my journal. The journal breaks down what video you're watching, what did you learn, what are you going to do about it, and it begins a conversation in your household. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL. Ask questions, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.